Coming up on the Sixers and Birds podcast, the Eagles hit the road after a blowout loss to the New York Giants. They now take on the 3-2 Vikings in this Week 7 matchup. The Birds are 4-2, trying to stop a slide. Drop them score predictions in the box below. Who you got, the Birds or the Vikings? I'm your host, AD. Let's break it down.
We stand tall, we tuned in tonight. This the Sixers and Birds channel, keep it tight. Strictly my thoughts, no mask, no disguise. From the wells to the link, watch the city rise. And beat in the paint, that's a heavyweight move. Maxi in the lane with the speed to prove. Hurts calling plays, steady running the show. AJ on the line, yeah, you already know. Slim Reaper flying, hands sharp on the ball. 2-1-5 love, yeah, we repping it all. Strictly my thoughts, I'ma keep it direct. Philly pride in my chest, gotta earn that.
Last week against the Giants was ugly. The Birds got dog walked up and down that field. Giants dropped 34 points on them. The Birds led early, but turned the ball over, got beat deep, and the secondary straight got cooked. The Giants offense converted on 11 of 16 third down attempts, while the defense gave up 366 yards to the Giants. And the offense wasn't any better. They only put up 17 points. And once again, the Birds failed to score in the second half and had 2 turnovers by Jalen and A.J. Dillon. The Birds just didn't look good against a team that they should have beaten easily. Minnesota, meanwhile, had the week off. But in that prior game against the Browns, they trailed for most of the second half. Browns running back Quinshon Judkins also had a strong performance, rushing for a career-high 110 yards. The Browns defense also forced 2 fumbles on the Vikings. But the Browns being the Browns, they was plagued by penalties at crucial times. And that ultimately let the Vikings creep back in and win. Let's see how these two teams stack up coming into this week. The Birds come in with the 29th ranked offense, which is crazy. Given all that talent we got on the side of that ball, make it make sense. But the Vikings, they aren't much better. They come in with the 22nd ranked offense. The Birds had a top 10 defense, but after dropping these last 2 games like they did, they come in with the 19th ranked defense, while the Vikings defense sits at 5. The Vikings are ranked 2nd in the league for passing defense with 156 yards allowed per game. The Eagles' passing offense is ranked 29th, only managing 195 yards per game. The Eagles' offense has struggled with pass protection, allowing a high number of sacks this season, and defensive coordinator Brian Flores is known for aggressive blitzing schemes. This could potentially disrupt the Eagles' offensive flow. It's going to come down to the Birds' offensive line. They have to play much better than what they've been playing. Without Landon Dickerson, Brett Toth is going to have to be on his A game. And Kevin Patullo, he has to scheme plays to beat the blitz. Because if not, it's going to be a long day for Jalen in that offense. Let's get into my keys of the game on how the Birds can win this matchup. Offensive key number 1, establish the run game with Saquon. The Birds' offense has sputtered this season, and the run game has not been dominant as it was in the past. But getting Barkley going early will be crucial, as the Vikings' defense have shown that they can be ran on. Offensive key number 2, handle Brian Flores' pressure. The Vikings' defensive coordinator is known for a heavy blitz aggressive scheme, which has produced high pressure rates. The Birds' offensive line has not performed at an elite level this season, and the Vikings' pressure will be a major test. The Birds are going to just have to give Jalen time to operate and find the receivers. Offensive key number 3, the Birds have to limit 3-and-outs. The Birds have one of the highest 3-and-out rates in the league this season due to lack of success on early downs. To sustain drives and keep the Vikings off the field, they must improve their efficiency on 1st and 2nd down. Now let's jump over to the defensive side of the ball. Defensive key number 1, generate pressure on the quarterback. The Vikings are going with Wentz at the quarterback position. With J.J. McCarthy still not 100% dealing with that ankle, the Vikings will turn to Wentz. Wentz finished last week's game despite a shoulder issue. The Eagles must take advantage of a hobbled quarterback situation by pressuring him consistently. Defensive key number 2, the Birds have to win the battle up front. With Jalen Carter possibly coming back from injury, the Birds line have to be much more disruptive. They have to dominate the line of scrimmage against the Vikings offensive line, who's also dealt with some injuries. Defensive key number 3, the Birds have to force turnovers. This defense has the opportunity to create problems for the Vikings offense that may lack rhythm with their quarterback situation. And the Birds didn't get any turnovers in that Giants game last week. So they lost the turnover battle, which they have been winning this season. So they need to get back to that. Let's see who's in and who's out with this week's injury report. The Birds have ruled out Grant Carpenter and have listed Landon Dickerson and Jalen Carter as questionable, while the Vikings have ruled out Andrew Van Ginkel and have listed Tyler Batty, Blake Cashman, Tyron Dawkins, Michael Juergens, J.J. McCarthy, and Brian O'Neill as questionable. All right, y'all, it's time to drop them score predictions. With the Birds' offense and defense vulnerabilities coupled with the Vikings' potential to get pressure and home field advantage, it's going to be a close and competitive game. But I got the Birds bouncing back and picking up the win with a 24-17 victory. And that's the pregame wrap-up. It's a big game versus the Vikings. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you locked in for all your Sixers and Birds content. Philly, stand up, and you already know, till the next time, go Birds.
We stand tall, we tuned in tonight. This the Sixers and Birds channel, keep it tight. Strictly my thoughts.